Hey guys, like a mysterious YouTube ARG, I'm back with another video. So today we're doing a blue painted alien weird look, and we're using some contacts from Peaky Paradise to start off with. Then we're going to be taking a really cool little fan brush to actually apply our body paint, which I know is a little strange, but it's going to be pretty neat. So you dip your brush in the water here, yeah, and you mix it with the stuff, right? Okay, I'm doing this, yeah. See? Nice broad, even strokes, and you just kind of layer it up. I'm not used to voice overing, so I'm very sorry, y'all. But hey, we're in this together. This is interesting. So if you're ever having like bad breakouts or whatever, life got you stressing, this is a good look for you. It's nice, full coverage foundation. No one's gonna even notice the acne when you're solid blue. Like, that's the best thing about this look here. So as you notice, the fan brush, it really moves that pigment with a little bit of water. And the Mirror Paradise palette that I'm using the teal and the light blue together to make this nice color. And, it just really blends nicely, especially around all that double chin of mine. But you know what? We're making it work. Again, we're just going to contour a little bit with some dark blue, and we've got a jawline. Come on, makeup. Now, I am going to be putting on eyeshadow and blocking off some shapes on my face, but I decided to go ahead and get a nice full coverage so that way I don't have any harsh lines later down the road. I decided to go ahead and cover down to my shoulder blades for a full coverage look, since that's something new to me and I thought it'd be fun to do for an off-shoulder top. And as you can see, this pigment's strong enough to actually cover up my tattoos, and that's just one dry stroke you see on the Cheshire's cat's face. But like I said, this is a very nice look to distract people from all of your skin problems, your bone structure, anything you need, We're just going to paint it all away. Gonna look like a Van Gogh cocky shot. Ah, yes. I could totally pose for like one of the Blue Man's little sister. Okay, so now I'm into contouring here with that dark blue again. I'm using a solid true blue without any greens, so that way it really contrasts against the teal. You got to really think color theory when you're doing, color placement. And honestly, I'm not using a sponge to blend it out. I'm just taking the fan brush and re-wetting it with my towel and wiping off any pigment and just taking the damp brush and kind of wiggling it to blend out those colors together, which surprisingly looks nice since I've layered up so much color. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill out the eye here, Here we go. Filling it out. Correcting any mistakes I might have made. Ah, yes. And I'm also now taking the white, actually, mixing it with a bit with the light blue to make a highlight shape in my T-zone. A little bit on the cheek, a little bit on the nose, and a little bit on the chin. Now here I'm getting to the fun part where I'm starting to block out the shapes for this weird swirly thing we're going to be painting on our face today. I like to go ahead and do stripes. If I'm doing stripes, I like to go ahead and block out the white shape and then draw the black or whatever contrasting color I'm using afterwards. It makes it so much easier than individually drawing on each stripe. And I kind of randomly place these all over my face. I usually like to keep some kind of arrangement. And so for this piece, I have it going from my right eye to my left nostril down to my neck. And if anyone ever wondered why I always do my nostril, like I do like a little bit of like a glitter snot, it's honestly because I have really bad allergies and I usually like have makeup that rubs off. So I'll just paint something there so no one notices. But anywho, I'm going to take a smaller brush to actually detail these edges out and then come in with the fan brush again just to get more pigment on there. That way we have a nice, full, solid coverage. And honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, this is really relaxing to do this makeup. I usually take forever because I'm just enjoying, painting my face. Okay, here we're taking the SUVA Monsters and Cupcakes palette and the Inked Barbie palette and some setting powder and Starbucks because I need it for my spirit, to go ahead and start setting the face with some shaded shadows. I'm using a Morphe MB13 brush and the Morphe contour brush, And I'm also going to be using some sugar pill eyeshadows because I pretty much only ever use sugar pill. We're going to go ahead and blot out all this this white here with Sugar Pill's Taco. And it's fabulous. It's one of the best white eyeshadows you ever use. You see how that white just pops off of the face after we apply the powder? Yes. Yes, God. I'm also going to be taking some kimchi a little bit here with some of the green, the teal and the blue in the Monsters and Cupcakes palette to go ahead and contour the shape of my collarbones and finish off a bit of the face. Come on, double chin. Now this is probably one of my best tips I can give you guys is when you're doing a color contour using a face paint, you can set your body paint with the eyeshadows if you've got big enough, wells, of course. And it really just helps the color pop out. It covers up any smears you might have from the brush strokes, and it just makes it look more even overall. Now for the really fun part is going to be outlining all of these stripes on my face. Here I'm using a NYX waterproof eyeliner. It's only $9 from Ulta. I use it whenever I'm doing these bigger looks, but I will say it does run if it gets a little wet. It's not as waterproof as they make it off to be. But this is something that's going to take practice because as you can see, I'm kind of just doing big, long strokes and just kind of breathing through it. Make sure you say a prayer before doing this kind of eyeliner. And trust me, doing a cat eye eyeliner will never bother you again after doing this. I did get a little crazy doing the stripes, but you know what? It's a look. It's a look. Oh, God, don't you just love that? Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. So, like I said, this is just black eyeliner on liquid eyeliner on top of the white paint and then powder. And then once I'm done doing all of my eyeliner tricks here, I am going to set everything with a finishing powder. This is a ColourPop hot pink lipstick in Scanty, I think. Scanty. It is a satin, and oh my God, it's wonderful. I love it so much. I love a cream lipstick more than anything. Now you'll notice I left the paint on my lips. That is because instead of using lip liner in a darker shade, I decided to use that blue. And I didn't put any setting powder on it, so that way the lipstick would blend with it, creating a soft purple edge. So that way the center of my lips were nice, bright, and pink, and then the edges had a nice lavender tint. So it kind of created a contouring effect. Now we're moving into eyes. Again, I'm using Sugar Pill's Taco, and I'm wetting my brush and applying it very heavily to create kind of a new spot on my face. I'm still learning terminology. And I'm just going to go ahead and build up my eyeshadow too. I'm using Dolly Pop by Sugar Pill here to create a nice edging effect. And on the edges is Sugar Pill's 2 a.m. Again, we're using Sugar Pill, Philosophy, Bulletproof, and Taco again to create the other eye. I don't intend to make these eyes look similar whatsoever since we've got this big drippy thing underneath them. So I'm going ahead and just kind of shadowing it too. I really want to make sure it pops off of the face, especially with that contour being underneath it. And that nice bright blue really marries the colors together. You know, it wasn't until this year that I actually felt comfortable using black eyeshadow. It's like it could smell fear. It's like a printer. But before, anytime I used black eyeliner, it either looked just like brown and mushy. But now I can kind of work it. And I blame the Morphe MB13 brush for that. It really packs in that color nicely. Now, when I'm applying an eyeshadow color, I usually like to tap it into my skin, pat it down, and then blend the edges out as I work. Okay, here I'm using that NYX eyeliner again, and I'm creating an eyelid shape pretty much. I never follow my lid for eyeliner. I usually just kind of build this really strange shape and just kind of build it up. So I like to start extremely thin in the corner of my eye and then build it out and then pinch it towards the end. This is, I guess, what you would call painting for the shape of your eye, because my eyes tend to lean downward. They tilt downward. So this is me lifting my eye up. And eyeliner is something, again, a lot of people struggle with, but the more you practice, the better you'll get with it. Here is the Morphe cream liner I'm using with one of their liner brushes. I'm just building this up again. I didn't want it to be as strong as the liquid lining top above. I'm also tapering it down at the end just to kind of blend it together. Okay, now for the fun part is lashes. I believe mascara is a conspiracy and none of them actually work. I think it's because I have really short eyelashes naturally, but I'm just using a generic mascara right here. This is a pair of Sugar Pill lashes stacked with some 301s, and I'm using House of Lashes eyelash adhesive that dries clear. It's one of the best eyelash adhesives I've ever used. Now, while I'm waiting for the eyelash adhesive to get tacky on the band, I like to apply a little bit of Lit Cosmetic glitter in Barbie shops using a glitter insurance primer. And I just tap that in there. It's nice and bright and it really captures light very nicely. And this is in size 3, I believe. Okay, time for lashes. Now, what's important about lashes is angling it the right way and adjusting it while it's still tacky. You'll notice I'm tilting it up in the corner, and then on the inside of my eye, I'm angling it down. So that way I create a nice whoosh. And while we're waiting for the bottom lash to get tacky, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of highlight on. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette, and it's like everything. I love it so much. I'm using the blue and the white shades. Oh, I love it. Beam me up, Scotty. It's making my nose contour pop. I've never found a highlighter that really worked for me until this. And I have to say, it's like changed my religion. Now, this bottom lash is actually iconic from House of Lashes, which is one of their largest lashes. But man, does it make a nice bottom lash. Oh, girl. Okay, so on this side, I wanted to create a more rounder look. So the top lash is this nice V-shaped lash from Sugar Pill, stacked with some off-brand eyelash. I can't quite remember. But that, again, is going to be angled very differently than the other eye, where I've got that white stripe underneath it showing. I think it's a little avant-garde. The bottom lash for that is another off-brand lash. You know, something you can pick up at Ulta. But you know, when you do eyes differently, no one has to worry about them, you know, looking symmetrical. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glitter here, just to kind of finish off the look here. Ooh, that Barbie shops, that will change your life. Here we've got a little bit of the Diamond Crushers by Lime Crime on top of our lip to finish this off. Make sure you spray your face with some setting spray. I'm going to be using Urban Decay's setting spray, the 24-hour lasting one. I've been using that for years, and it is, and will always be my favorite. Come on, wig. Gonna get you in a second. This is an Ardea Wigs short wig that I cut the bangs myself. Just kind of chopped them up, had a little fun with it. Can't remember where I got these horns from, but they're everything. And I'm going to go ahead and throw on some more accessories, style the wig a little bit, just fluff it, and you guys will see the completed look in just a second.
Stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Hey Hey guys, so this is the finished look. I kind of just threw this together because I saw a post on Kotaku about this group of girls painting their entire body one color, and I can't pronounce the name of it. Here's the written name, but it is absolutely so cool, and I literally am like 5 seconds away from buying a bunch of body paint online so I can do more consistent paints all over. I just kind of used the Merlon palette and eyeshadows, which isn't ideal for doing body paint, but I just wanted to try out my version of this look, and it's so much fun to be like a little Beetlejuice wannabe monster rave, and I really hope that this inspires you guys to do some look. It's surprisingly simple to do. It's just a lot of detail work that you need to kind of practice and just play around with, but honestly, please, like, if you recreate this look or if you do your own version of it, please tag me in it, please message me. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm more than happy to answer them and help you out, and I hope y'all like this video. And like an existential crisis, I'll be back real soon. Bye! I hope y'all subscribe.